Hello, my name is Matthew Daubney. I appear on the RLab Google group as Daubers quite frequently, and I said I would do a little video about what I've been doing on my Makeation. So the first thing I've been doing is trying to repair the or one of the rep wraps that the one rep wrap that I donated to the space. Since it is currently leaking from the hot end. I've purchased a new hot end. It's a E3D hot end. It's an all metal construction except for the fan shroud. This little fan has to run continuously, otherwise it overheats. The problem with this hot end is twofold. One, with the fan shroud in place, it won't actually fit onto the rep wrap, which is a big problem. And the other one is that this gap here is 60 mil. It's not 60 mil, don't be dumb. Effectively, this is too big. On a standard J head, this is a lot smaller, so we need to reprint or make an adapter to make this fit. To solve the initial problem of it not fitting correctly, I've decided to replace the X carriage with Rich Wrap's quick release X carriage. So this is the completed quick release X carriage. It's designed by Rich Wrap. It's actually designed for a larger printer than mine, but I'm not convinced that that will be a problem since I've got some spare travel in my X-axis. So you can kind of see the reason I need to replace the hot end on this print. There's all these little red splodges all the way through the print. That's from where the hot end is leaking. I'd previously put the fire engine red filament from Faber-3 through the printer, and there's the J head is now absolutely covered in it, so it leaks onto all the other prints. The interesting thing about this X carriage is that it is designed so that you can place your extruder on here, and then when you want to either take the extruder off to clean it or want to put a different extruder on, you can just release it with the flick of a little latch. Inside this latch there's two M4, I think they're 604 bearings, just little tiny bearings, just let it spin. These came from eBay. They came in a packet of 10 for, I think it was £3 or £4, so they're not particularly expensive. To convert my current extruder to fit on this, I've had to print a plate. This is the adapter plate that Rich Wrap has designed, but in order to accommodate the E3D, I have in fact split it into two separate pieces, like so. Which can then trap the E3D hot end between them to pin it in place, like so. And that will allow me to replace the hot end itself. Okay, so that's kind of what I've been working on for the past couple of days. I've had to reprint and modify a few pieces. I've still got a little bit left to go where the X-belt joins. Here I found that it's not quite pinching tight enough on the belt that I'm using, since I'm converting everything to GT2 belt away from the previous timing belt that was being used on the printer. So I've got to print a new part to go in here and just strap it all in place. as per the license for RLab stuff, I will publish all of my modified files, so anybody can use them. Since my RLab is a Thames Valley RLab user group Brucer, it's one of the round 2 systems, this should allow anybody with a round 2 Brucer to be able to mount one of these carriages with GT2 timing belts and with an E3D hot end. On the hot end side itself, or on the adapter plate, I've still got one modification left to make. When I altered RLab SketchUp files, not being particularly familiar with SketchUp, I've managed to change the top of the extruder holder hole to be the right size, but the bottom is bigger, as you can kind of see there. So I need to just change those files so that it matches and make it correct. With the GT2 timing belts, this is GT2 belt. It's just got a slightly different tooth profile, which makes it a bit more accurate than the T5 belts. In the process of doing so, I've also changed the pulleys, so I'm now using these little metal pulleys instead of the printed ones. I've already had to change the Y because as kind of, you can't really see on the camera from where it is, but on this part you can kind of see that the Y has been slipping. So rather than repair the Y in situ, I just decided to go ahead and replace it with the GT2 belt, which seems to have resolved the problem. So the pulley was obviously slipping on the motor. The only other thing I intend to do over the next few days is to do a quick tutorial on how to etch PCBs. So I have acquired some very nice OHP transparencies, which I intend to print a couple of circuit designs onto and then transfer it onto copper clad PCB using a photo sensitive PCB etching method, and then using the bubble tank that's in the space, and I'll put some videos up about that. And I think that's everything actually. Thank you for watching.